here I am, loaded about twice as much as I wanted to. Can't seem to pare down gear. Taking about, I think, a 2-mile trek into Golden Pond. Finally found a spot where nobody else is down lower the mountain. There's tons of people. And this is the place I'm going to. I swore I wouldn't camp out overnight for fear of hairy monsters. But looks like I'm going to do it anyway. All the other places are. It's the weekend, it's Saturday. Everything else is crowded as hell. Okay, fine. I'm a little bit going to Golden Lake, a little bit past the halfway point. It's taken me about, I'd say, 40 minutes to get to the halfway point. Maybe less than that. Behind me there, that's what the road, you're following an old logging trail. It is pretty much like that. A little bit ups and downs, not much so far. And I'm at a point here where there's a big meadow behind me. Looks like a lot of logging went on. And the road kind of curves upwards there. But what I need to do is go through this fence and continue going up that way. So that once you reach the fence, you keep going in a westerly direction. So anyway, more updates soon. Pretty cool. I came from the east way back there, up the logging road, and then had to get off the logging road, bushwhack across. I had lost any semblance of a trail, and then picked up what looked like just a deer trail. Couldn't find the human footprints I've been following, and followed the elk trail. And all of a sudden, when I'm in the trees up here, I see this. And there's hardly any footprints in this area. There's beautiful flowers everywhere, butterflies, beautiful creek, and a beautiful bridge that some wonderful person made across the creek. So I guess I'm on the right trail, but even still, looks like one person built the bridge and nobody's been here since. So, anyway, looks like a trail over there too. So, I don't know. We'll see. I've been bushwhacking for a long time. If there's an easier way to get here, maybe I can find a trail here at the lake. I think I went too far north instead of sticking south. There's some tents down in the meadow about half a mile back with horses and shit. But I finally made it to Golden Lake. Basically the way I planned it months ago, by just looking at satellite maps, following deer trails and whatnot to get here. And my God, it's beautiful. I think I'm already a little wet, but it looks like I may. I don't know. Shelf flats. I'll do that in the evening, I guess. Boy, it'd be nice to be able to get a tall perch. Anyway, enough of me blabbing. Finally made it. It took, what is 150? Took, yeah, hour and a half to get here, I guess. And that was being confused a lot and stopping a lot. So, not too bad. Alright, I came in from that way. It looks like back to the east is a well-defined trail, so it should be a lot easier and downhill to get out of here. There's the pack. That's where I'm going to put the tent. It's relatively flat and relatively far away from all the Sasquatch. You know, they'll have to hide back in the woods, you know, if they want to get a look at me. So at least I've got a head start on them, you know. But there's the lake. Here's the inlet, and in here we've got I've already seen some pretty good sized flies, little flies. There's a grasshopper that got stranded, and we got scuds as well, pretty good sized, I'd say 1/2 inch long scuds, maybe a little less. Let's go over here. Right over here already by that tree, twice I've seen fish hitting the surface. Let's go over here. Oh, it's wet. Oh shit. Muggy buggy. Let's go sit over here. Sit in the shade, have a well-deserved smoky treat. I changed my mind about camping out there in the meadow in the open, because just nobody's ever built a fire there, and I don't know how dangerous it would be. And people have established a nice fire pit here, and put a tent either here or maybe so I can see the fire, maybe right in here where my rod is. But it's pretty cool. You got tables to work with. Not that I'm doing that much cooking, but all I've got is a Mountain House freeze-dried skillet, and hopefully golden trout. I've seen some good sized ones jumping out there. So all right, out searching. There are dead, huge dead trees all around, including several right around the campsite where I want to. Yeah, it was so windy yesterday, a lot less windy today. Hopefully they would have blown down yesterday. Guess I'll have to risk it. Don't like it. Okay, as far as the tree, this tree in particular, falling down on me and squashing me, this is the solution I've come up with to not sleep here or there where that tree could fall on me, but right here in between these giant logs. So if the tree did fall straight onto my tent, hopefully it'll first get snagged in those trees and lean at a 45 angle like that tree. If it happens to snap when it hits those trees and the rest of it falls on me, where they're going to have to use a chainsaw to get my body out from under there, but it's a risk I'm going to have to take. Now it's time to gather some things, go collect water, put the beer in the cold fridge down at the inlet, and go fishing. Bye. I think we got a bald eagle. I saw one earlier. I don't know what they sound like though. But anyway, I decided before dark to find a perfect shitter right before sunset. So clear this out. I can cover it up with that later. Hey. Woo! The pooping log. Awesome. I've never found such a perfect pooping log so easily. There's the lake. There's the inlet coming up this way. Right? In this spring basically coming right out of the ground up here, and as you can see down here, it just doesn't get any cleaner than that, and we're going to filter it at the same time. Yeah, that's where we're getting our water. Okay, another free, bee-free water filter advertisement. This is why I like the bee-freeze. There's no pump and nothing like this. That's the filter, right? The original cap is kind of crappy, but you can kind of get the dish soap style that pops on and off. Right, makes it real easy, and they don't leak. Oh. So you fill the bag from your handy Wyoming spring. And it doesn't have to be this clean of water, but why not? It's cold too.
But you can actually, there's been tests, people put muddy water in it from their rainwater in the street gutter. The only thing you don't want to do is get it downstream of, say, Mexico City, where there could be viruses in there. But this cleans out all bacteria. This is a 1 liter. Be free, just give it a squeeze. When you're initially, when you get it from Be Free in the mail, and you screw this thing on, put some water in it, fill the bag up, and let it sit for about half an hour, because it will not flow like this at first. This filter needs to get soaked, so it takes about 20-30 minutes maybe. But there you go. See how fast? What, 1 liter? See how fast that was? All right, end of video. Yes, end of the photograph.